Hello and welcome to episode 52 of the Velvet Revolution. It is morning, but hopefully, sorry, I've completely messed that up. Can we start again?
No, just keep going. Are you
Oh, okay.
woken up yet,
No,
Mister?
not really.
Just keep going, man. Keep
Okay.
trucking. Keep
Keep
trucking.
trucking.
Have a
Yeah.
York. Have a Yorkie.
All right. So we are. We're at the end of the season. We're at the end of the second season. So yeah, we've done two rounds of the alphabet. So we've got the letter Z to go today, and we're done for another season. So welcome to you all, whoever's listening, wherever you're listening, whenever you're listening, and thanks for joining myself, Ben Rice, and my good friend Dave Noble. How you doing?
I'm tippity top to the morning to you. Is that how they say it in certain parts of Western Europe?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's Ireland, right?
Yep.
They managed to. I tell you what, they hit the jackpot by staying in the. This is debatable, but we came out of the Euro. They stayed in. They've got perks we ain't.
Yeah.
So good on them. Good on them. And yeah, I'm all right. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm feeling a little bit resigned this week. My neck and shoulder have decided to go and get a bit sore again, which is really annoying. And yeah, kind of feels like I've gone back two steps. It's
When you come down here, I'm going to drive you to the Thai masseuse that I have been using for the last 6 years, and I see
right.
her
Okay.
often. She's fabulous. I'm going to give her a heads up and say, just fucking iron him out, man. Sort him
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I just feel however much I try to work in my body, I get so stuck in my head that everyone's like, oh well, you must be stressed. It's like that dentist the other day that said about my tongue and my cheek. It's like, I'm not stressed. I don't feel stressed, but I just, I just don't know if I am, and maybe I am, and it's just, yeah, I've got such a sort of, I feel so tight all the time, so sort of coiled that maybe I'm not even conscious of it anymore. So
Yeah,
it just feels hard work.
I believe. Well, I know from my own experience, and I see it in other people. We normalize it.
Mm,
We just live with it.
yeah,
I used to do that with a lot of stuff. I used to have what I believe was an irregular heartbeat, um, occasional pangs to my chest,
right.
um, just weird anomalies that were like, oh, that's not normal. And we just sort of stuff it down and normalize it and crack on. Pull your
Yeah,
socks up,
yeah,
pull your sleeves up, and right, battle on. Because we're British
yeah,
and men.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just feels really hard at times, I think. And I'm just in I'm one of those spaces. I'm meant to be going into town later on. I've booked tickets or booked a ticket to go and see a film, and I might just feel like I want to
What
stay still
film?
today.
What film you watching?
I was going to go and see Akira. They've just re-released the original Akira manga. They've just
Ah.
done it in 4K, Japanese sci-fi nonsense. It's not up your street.
No, I'd rather go and sit in the park and watch the trees grow, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Maybe I'll do that instead. But yeah, it just reminds. I just feel like sometimes you work so hard to stay where you are, and it reminds me of a show I watched on Netflix, which is called Louder Milk, I believe.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
It's about a guy running a recovery group in for men in the states.
New York? New York?
Could well be
Is it
New
New
York,
York? New
something
York
like
City.
that.
Is Martin
and
Scorsese in it? Is Martin
he sort of
Scorsese?
takes. No, he's not. No.
It's like a recovery bloodbath.
And he takes on this. Yeah, yeah. He takes on this young girl as a sort of project at the beginning of the show. That's kind of how it starts. So she ends up being in this men's group, and about 2 seasons in, she's sort of like, she's completely sober and completely recovered. Well, not completely recovered. Sorry, it sounds like it just happens. But she's sitting in the group and she's sharing, she's talking, and she says, I just feels like I'm working really, really hard just to stand still. It's like I'm constantly, treading water, just to be here. And the guy next to us says, "Welcome to recovery." And yeah, I kind of feel that today. That's how I feel. Just like I'm working really hard just to be at this point.
Like a swan.
Yes.
So, this is what we all do and can do. I always blanket diagnose it, but I love doing that. I love doing that because it's kind of like it's fucking true, right?
Yeah.
It is. It's human nature for us all to be like the swan, to, little pretty and gracious and gliding around in life. Or some of us actually aren't gliding with. We are like the chicken, not the condor. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. Free fall.
But but really we're frantically, there's a lot of work that goes into the swan's efforts to, well, maybe there isn't. Might ask a swan.
I
Grab
think
my
there's
lo-
a
grab
lot
my
of flapping.
yeah, grab my loaf of bread and go and feed some ducks and have a word.
Yeah, yeah.
See what they think. But yeah, I believe there, it's not uncommon. Oh, so you're feeling like that then?
Yes.
Yeah. If you was a fruit, what would you be?
A fruit. I would be a tired and bruised banana.
Oh God. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense, bananas. Just never really warmed to your texture.
Oh, no, we've lost all our banana listeners now, so that's
But a moldy banana. Mm. If you was to pick up a banana and add because I just don't. Period. I might use one in a chopped up. I can chop them now. I never used to be able to do it at all. I had
what,
such a
not even touch them.
Nah, I had a bit of a phobe. It's all in my
Mm,
head. It was all it was. Quite simply, is my bro used to love them when we was growing up. He loved them. I didn't for whatever
right.
reason. I just didn't like the texture, maybe the smell, the mushiness of it. I think
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting next to Nigel in your classroom, and he pulls out his demon banana out of his lunchbox, and he turns into Banana Man,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts mushing on it without closing his mouth, and it's just that texture and just all of it. It's just not sexy. Not that I want Nigel to appear to be sexy to me in a banana, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me, lodged in my psyche for eternity. And then because people picked up on that, they used to torment me. And one of my buddies, Dan, I remember driving around the North Circular. We just finished when we used to labour together on a site. Oh God, I hated that job. It was roasting hot, and we're driving back on the North Circular. He's had a little doobs on the go, and then after that, for supper, for dessert, he pulls out a banana, and he proceeds to sort of like do the whole driving with his elbows, peeling it. And I'm like, Dan, and he knows what he's doing. He's sort of like, he's goading me. And he proceeds to eat it in a very, yucky way, knowing that he's winding me up.
Yep.
And then I'm sort of looking out the window, minding my own business, and I feel the skin go on my face. He threw it on my face, and it went and slapped onto my face and just landed on my face. Anyway, where was I going with that?
Uh, you asked me what kind of fruit do I feel like?
Oh yeah.
What kind of fruit do you feel like?
Um, Mango came straight into my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly tropical, hard
Um,
exterior.
yeah, yeah, quite possibly. But I've heard this said before that you would not get the sweet taste and yumminess of a mango if it wasn't for the turd.
For the what?
The turd, the
What's
sh
turd?
the shite,
What? Yeah, what are you talking about there?
the shite, the shit, the manure, the shit that helps the mango tree produce the fruit, the beautiful, yummy, tasty mango. The mango tree needs the turd, right?
Okay.
That's a metaphor.
What the,
Your moldy banana
mm-hmm.
needs a bit of shit.
To grow.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that woman sitting in that recovery meeting in that New York film program that you watched just has to understand that she feels like she's going nowhere, but she's having to, at the moment, she's just at the foot of the tree. It's a little seedling of her recovery,
Mm-hmm.
and she needs to, you know, indulge in the shit. Not indulge, that's the wrong word. Embrace the shit and see it as the shite is the nutrients.
Why did you go Liam Gallagher then?
It just felt appropriate in the context of what we're talking about. I don't know.
Okay.
It's very yeah. Anyway, and she will bear beautiful fruits from that process.
Right. Okay.
It all comes back to, we covered this earlier, an episode earlier. I'm sure this is quite fresh in my mind that we just want the quick fix. You know, you can leave the shite. I just want the mango and the right banana. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So that's how I feel at the moment. I need to bury myself under a pile of dung and grow a mango tree again.
Go down the wholesale yard
Yeah.
for the merchants for builders merchant. Go and
Mm-hmm.
pick up a big freaking ton. Ask them to deliver it to your place.
Right.
A ton of manure
Okay.
and lie on the lawn out front and get them to dump it on you
Mm-hmm.
and just lie there star shaped
Yep.
with your mouth open.
and and then come out resplendent like a dung beetle,
Yeah, all,
crawling out of all this mess.
all shiny and new.
Yeah.
Withering, is that the right word? Withering around in your birthday suit, all brand new, going, oh, I feel lovely and brand new.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else?
No, no. I feel like that's it now.
Okay, all right. I just want to report quickly that you know this anyway, but to anyone that might have been continuing to listen to us, um, I, like I have a habit of deep diving into things. I
Yep.
got into the horses. I had someone, I had someone just the other day say, you're ADHD, didn't you? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, yeah, whatever, whatevs. Because I'm always doing deep dives into things.
Yep.
But why wouldn't you want to do that? Life is like a box of, and I'm not going to say that, but you know what I mean? It's all about that, isn't it?
Deep diving.
Yeah, we'll just go explore it, exploration, trying stuff out, seeing what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah, but I think there's some people out there that don't do that. That's why. That's why you hyper focus on something for a period of time, and then
I-
you.
I've always done that.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't bother me. And I said to this person, two fucks. Like, it's not something where I'm like, oh no, it's sometimes people project stuff onto you as if it's like a problem.
Hmm.
Like, I'm sorry, am I affecting you in any way in my demeanor of doing this? You know, it's like, no. So reel it in. George. He's a young maverick. He was just, it was with love he said it, and we laughed about it. I'm like, look, man, don't give me all that bullshit. Don't psychoanalyze my fucking ass.
So what have you
Stay in your lane.
what have you hyper focused on this week?
Motorbikes.
Motorbikes. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
I went from like I've got some very good friends. You know, I've got a lot of people around me that are avid, you know, enthusiasts. That's the right word, right?
Hmm.
And you know, we're talking part-timers, you know, Sunday riders sort of
Okay.
vibes. Yeah, you know, they're the sort of they're not in a position where they're like proper, you know, it's in their blood, of
Yeah.
course, but they're not like, you know, like go everywhere on it,
Hmm.
you know. And they've got other vehicles and modes of transport that they can use, but they sometimes go, oh, I'm going to take my bike for a ride.
Hmm.
And I've always, you know, with a lot of things, I've always sort of wanting to do it, but never done it.
Okay.
So I'm sort of, this is like my bucket list that I'm ticking off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I did the skydive, yeah, tick, done. Always wanted to do that. I went and did it. Like, what's wrong with that? So, so yeah, I've been leaning into it, and there's a seed, and they do say there's a seed in all of us with a lot of things, and it's once we start to water it, then it's like it's unstoppable, it's irreversible. You just can't not do it.
The big mango tree just grows and grows. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I started to, I don't know what happened. Honestly don't know what happened, but just recently I've been like getting this itch for it. I've been wanting to
Mhm.
scratch it. So I started to sort of like, oh, I was talk to a couple of people, a couple of my bros about it, you know. It's like, you know, what did you do? What bike did you get first? How did you do it? Anyway, I've just paid for my CBT, which I've got in a few weeks.
Right.
And I've just acquired a bike.
How did you get the bike home?
No, it's not ready to. They're going to deliver it down to me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You didn't cycle it out of the shop.
No,
You didn't have to push it all the way home because you couldn't ride it yet.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no. And it's not exactly. It's kind of like it's actually a retro. I'm not going to say the brand, but it's actually a really amazing find. That's an investment. It's a future classic, and I'm going to keep hold of it no matter what. No matter whether
Okay.
I ride it or not, it's staying in my garage.
Right.
And you can ride it down beaches. It's one of those. It's kind of like one of those sort of like 60s turn of 70s sort of, you know, the surf dudes that just used to ride their bikes and surf and just hang out.
Yeah.
Think of that vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to learn on. Just
Nice.
cruise around the lanes on it, you know. Just want
Did,
to do it, man. I just want to, you know. Some people might go, he's having a midlife crisis.
mm.
I
Did
don't
you
I don't see it as that. Remove the word crisis. There's no crisis about what I'm doing.
just having a
Mid,
mid you're just
mid
having a midlife?
midlife reinvention, midlife rebirth, midlife continuation of what I've always been and want to be, which is free as a fucking bird, man.
Midlife Act 3.
Yeah. I'm a nomad. I'm a pirate. I'm an outlaw.
Okay, Adamant.
I'm gonna ride around the lanes looking like Adamant. I'm gonna put all the face paint on,
Nice.
mix it up, and look like Jack Sparrow in the lanes.
You're gonna be like a highwayman. You're gonna
Yeah,
hold up all these rich people that come down to your neck of the woods to holiday two or three
damn
times a
fucking
year.
right, damn fucking right.
And
And
you're
if
gonna
they creep up on me in their fucking electric Teslas or any other electric motor that creeps up on you, you don't know they're creeping up on you. You could be walking down the street and suddenly you just hear this little behind you. Dangerous, man.
and there's a car.
Yeah. I nearly
Yeah.
got taken out by one of them the other day. I stepped out
Mm.
of a shop on a, I'll show you the street. We've been there,
Okay.
and it's a quiet street, and you can drive down it, but it's mainly for us pedestrians to walk around and cruise around and just mooch around. And there's
Hmm.
shops there, there's shops, there's a nice little place to eat where I go. There's a tailor, which I get stuff tailored in there. And I was coming out of the tailor, but getting some an alteration on some garms, and I stepped out and nearly got taken out by a bloody electric motor. And I said, "Oh, mate, watch out in the electric motor."
Didn't say stand and deliver.
And he went, "It's not electric." I went, "What the fuck are you talking about? You can't hear it. It's electric." He goes, "It's hybrid."
Mm, okay.
Anyway, should we move on from my little rant on the electric motors?
Yeah, let's do it. So you bought yourself a bike and you're having a test.
Yes,
Okay. How long's the test? Do you just get
it's one
you,
day.
one day?
It's just a 1 day thing where you can only ride a 125 with L plates,
Right.
and then you're on the road, and you sort of just get your confidence, your experience up, and you kind of self teach yourself, which I think is batshit crazy because you've got all these. Since I'm committed to it, I can't not now notice all these little rats, like the sort of the types, the 16, 17-year-old, I think probably
Mm,
17-year-olds,
mm.
and they're like tearing that little lawnmower strimmer engine around. I saw three of them the other day, pass me on the other side of the road, and I swear they thought they were like a chapter. They were riding like a chapter. There's one at the
Mhm.
front, two behind him,
Yeah.
and they got L plates on, little lawnmower strimmer bikes that they've got. And I thought, oh my God, that is the dream for a 17-year-old, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They love it.
Absolutely love it.
I'm not that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to achieve that. But think how mad that is. Think how mental that is that you give someone that license to do that.
Mm,
Crazy, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
At that age. So I've done all that. I'm at a point in my life where, I've done that. I've smashed into backs of cars on mopeds. I've gone over the handlebars. I've done a lot of damage to myself.
Right, okay.
I've done all that bit. Act one. Don't need to do that anymore. So I'm gonna be very present, conscientious, safe. Anticipating all outcomes as I go,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what makes a safe. And it doesn't matter. Do you know the idiots that cause the accidents are the
Mm-hmm.
fuckers that ain't paying attention in their cars?
Yeah,
If everyone rode around cruised around on bikes, it'd be safer on the roads. Do you not think that? I really
possibly.
do. I really
Okay.
do. It's the twats that are sitting in the car with their freaking home TV cinema system in their car that are just like, texting as they're driving because they're phone addicts,
Mm-hmm.
social media addicts. You know the ones, and you are probably listening right now. Stop it. Stop it. I'm about to hit the road on two wheels. Stop it.
Okay.
Keep the roads safe. Right.
So are you going to get the full leathers and everything?
No.
What, you're going to
I'm
get a
not.
leather jacket?
I don't want to look like Stig on a bike, man. I want
Okay.
to style it out. You
All
can
right.
get there's a massive gap in the market. They're now starting to pick up on the fact that there's people like me,
Mm,
like these sort of older dudes that just want to cruise around on a bike because
okay.
it's just nice to do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not the 17-year-olds tearing it around. Just they
Mm-hmm.
want to cruise around and just have a bit of fun and freedom to feel like they're just going on a little cruise, right?
Okay.
And they've picked up on the fact that these dudes want to look a bit better than, I don't want to look like I'm on a racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look like, I can get off the bike, walk around the shops in town and go for something to eat and not look like, I don't want to look like how I could look like. So you can get all these sort of really cool clothes now, but then in my opinion, they could do better. They're not
Okay.
styled out enough. They could do better. So there's a gap in the market. But yeah, you can get it's all like proper AAA certified, self health regulated safety stuff that I'm getting. Yeah,
Mm,
bringing biker jackets back.
okay.
all that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'm
Mm,
bored. I'm bored. I'm actually bored talking about it.
okay. Sorry to have bored you.
No, no, you're not boring me. I'm boring myself because I've been in a rabbit hole with it so much. I didn't really know too much about it. Now I know everything about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right, let's move on.
yes,
Let's
please.
let's do the last letter of the second round of the alphabet
Okay.
in our toolbox of emotions.
Yes.
And that means we've reached the letter Z. And I believe it's my turn to choose because I believe you picked
Mm.
last time.
Z, Z, Z. What could Z? I haven't looked at it. I've not got the list. Um, I'll leave it to you, Mr. Rice.
Okay. Um, well, I have. Here we go. Right. So we have got a. Oh, okay. We've got Zippy. We've got Zing.
Hang on. Why have we got Zippy in there?
I don't know. I think we were desperately trying to find some more Zs.
I think this probably came up if we had this last round and we said exactly the same thing. The first thing that comes to mind is a rugby ball shaped fur puppet with a zip going
Yeah.
through his mouth
Yeah.
from the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Mm. Uh,
Bungle.
Bungle and George. So we've got Zippy, we've got Zing, we've got Zest, we've got Zany, we've got
And again, I think Spice Girls is coming up for me.
we've got Zany, Zealous, and Zen. And we did Zealous last time. Zealous is red. So it's
There's
not
more than that.
well, there's not on our list, there isn't. You know, we've obviously been neglecting this end of the alphabet and not writing out all the.
I reckon the big book wasn't. I reckon I didn't
You
attend
reckon
to.
there's more in the big book?
I don't know. Read through them again.
Zippy, Zing, Zest, Zany, Zealous, and Zen.
Hmm. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe that is it.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to choose? I
um,
mean, zing means energy or excitement. Move swiftly. I'm gonna zing around on my two wheels.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone use that in a sentence.
Mm.
I've never heard someone go, "Oh, I've just been zinging around," or "I'm feeling really zingy today."
Zeitgeist.
What's zeitgeist?
The characteristic spirit or mood of a particular period of history.
Uh,
Zap, you got that? Destroy someone or something. Zap, that's a bit like Batman from the 50s and 60s, isn't it?
yeah, that's like a ray gun, isn't it? Zap.
Zany, have you got zany in there?
I've got zany. Yeah.
All right, amusingly unconventional and individual.
Okay.
You're so zany, Mr. Rings.
I think of zany as like Timmy Mallet. He's really zany
Hmm.
with his big colourful glasses and his foam hammer.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
Is he still with us?
Um,
I feel like I want to look him up.
really?
Not now,
No.
but was he legit?
Was he legit?
Yeah, was he safe to be around?
I haven't heard any
You know,
reasons for him not to be.
if he came to my school, would I be? And he invited me on stage to. Would I be
Smacked you
okay?
over the head with his foam hammer. I think you'd have been all right. I think you'd have survived.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, these aren't inspiring me. I'm struggling to. I feel like I want to choose Zen, but Zen feels a bit like we did Yin and Yang last time.
Yeah, but we can always get it out of context.
What does the big book about say about Zen? And are we adding Zap and Zeitgeist?
It's that
It's a
it,
cultural zeitgeist.
Zen is so tuned out that it's not even in the big book.
No?
No, hang on, it must be. Um, it is in there, yeah. Right, okay, it just says a type of Buddhism emphasizing the value of meditation and intuition. So yeah, the origin is the Japanese. Zen is think all black. Their tradition for Zen is black mainly, from what I can
Right, okay.
recall, and they normally meditate their eyes open,
Okay.
and
Um,
it's very pretty gnarly, like as in it's very strict tradition, from what
what's
I
the
understand.
what's the definition of zippy?
Fun. um, tongue in cheek. He was a character when he's Zippy.
He was, yeah, he was living his best life.
I wonder who had their hand up his, you know,
It's,
the hole that goes
yeah,
into it, that goes into him, so that you can maneuver his
yeah,
mouth and talk. You know, a puppet. He's a puppet.
he's a puppet.
I wonder who did that. That's a
Uh,
pretty cool little thing to, like,
what a
oh,
claim to
what,
fame.
yeah, what do you do? Oh, I used to be Zippy's master, puppeteer.
Yeah,
Okay, Zippy. Um, so bright, fresh, or lively, speedy.
yeah. None of these are inspiring me.
You got to choose something
Uh,
quickly.
well, we could spend the whole episode just being really slow about the choice. Um, Zest. What is zest? What is it? Tell me what the
Zest.
definition of zest is.
I like the sound of that. It sounds like mangoes to me, or no, citrus like lime, lemon. Zest.
Mm,
Just seems fizzy and fresh and refreshing. Yeah, zest. Right, great enthusiasm and energy. The quality
okay.
of being exciting or interesting. And then it's also got the outer coloured part of the peel of an orange, lemon or lime used as flavouring. I like zest, great enthusiasm and energy.
Let's go for zest
Yes. Okay. Why?
because,
Why are you choosing zest?
well, because it's like the opposite of how I'm feeling today. So I don't have a great. It reminds me of the Iggy Pop classic "Lust for Life."
Mm.
So I'm thinking zest for life, and I'm thinking that at this moment in time, almost have the opposite. I have an unzest for life. I'm feeling very flat and very yeah, with unzesty today.
Okay. So I'm thinking fizzy bubbles versus um, warm and bland, flat.
Can you read the definition again?
Yeah. Okay, so it says great enthusiasm and energy, right?
Yeah,
That's the first example. Second one is the quality of being exciting or interesting. And then the third one is the outer part of a peel of an orange or whatever.
yeah. So if I take those two words, enthusiastic and energy, so at this moment in time, I don't have a great enthusiasm. Like I don't feel really enthusiastic today, and I don't feel like I have a lot of energy. So it's about understanding that those days are okay. That those days of sitting underneath the pile of manure that you've ordered from the builders merchants is okay. and not punishing yourself for um, for not doing everything all the time every single day. And that's how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm just like, I'm trying to find a zest. I'm trying to find a reason for why I should do something, as opposed to just going, no, this is how I feel. This is what my body is telling me today.
So you're talking about motive,
Yeah, it is kind of like motivation, isn't it?
like what's your motive? Like, like I always say that to the young Mavericks. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I spoke to a young Maverick. I'm working on a case, and I'm trying to coordinate this family
Mm-hmm.
situation, which is quite, well, as standard, quite fragile. And the Maverick is in a certain part of the world at a university doing his business degree, and he's struggling.
Okay.
And then his family is in a different part of the world, and they're worried. Perfectly natural.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to mediate between, you know, to help contain, and we've got options. I can always hop on a plane and go and see the person if I need to,
Mm-hmm.
if it goes wobbly, or I can send in one of the other young mavericks to who I can collaborate with to get them to go in
Could you not zip up there on your bike?
and yeah, I'll be doing that
Yeah.
eventually. Get a little sidecar and and yeah, it's like this whole the weekdays don't necessarily mean they're going to be good because of where they're at in their situation. I'm not going to go too into it. I'm going to keep it vague, but there's some struggle there. There's a battle going on, and it's normally the weekends that are the trigger points for a
Okay.
lot for just in general for all of us. I think we can all relate to this,
Mm-hmm.
because you've got focus, you've got things to do in the week where you kind of just you're distracted, you're more distracted. Come Friday, it's like just by its very nature, it's the end of the week, it's the weekend, and it's like, okay, got a sense of freedom now till Monday. Let's do it. It's on. Let's have it. It's go time. Let's get in my rocket and fucking go to space, man. Or whatever. Let's get on my fucking bike and skip first and second, third gear. I'm going straight to the top gear, man. I'm hitting the fast lane and I'm gonna tear my ass down it. Metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sort of just trying to not trying. I am. I always do. Kind of bring some accountability to the situation for the young maverick who's always wanting to hit the freeway and the fast lane at the weekend.
Yeah.
And without me going over there to put shackles on, which is not what I want to do, it's not what they want. It's like I have to mediate and figure out ways to contain it.
Mm-hmm.
And just that accountability, knowing that I've got a call on a Friday and then we do another call on a Monday, harnesses that weekend is sort of this damage limitation because they know they've got to report in on Monday. Sounds like I'm a parole officer.
Does a little bit.
Yeah. But motive. What's your
Right.
motive for wanting to get on that train on Friday, leave your campus and go 4 hours across country in a strange land that you're not familiar with because you're only in your first term of being there, your first year at uni in this strange country. You want to go on a 4 hour train ride for the weekend to see, quote, air quotes, friends,
Hmm.
right? When there's already a lot of risk and worry coming from mainly parents,
Yeah, yeah,
very anxious.
yeah.
That's what's your motive? Why are you going? Why are you going? Why do you feel you got to go? And then that's met with, well, because like because it's just like a million reasons why they got to go. I'm like, okay, all right, okay, well, let's just talk through this a minute, and then it results in they're going.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to stop them, and parents aren't going to stop them. They've tried that, doesn't work. They're going to go anyway. So it's just figuring out, what is the motive? What is, what's there's why do you feel so zesty? Is that the word we're doing?
Yeah, zest.
Are we doing zest?
Mm.
I wasn't sure if it's zest or zingy. Why is there so much zest in your attitude? Like there's enthusiasm and there's excitement,
Yeah,
right? That's in the big book of words, them two words, right? The zest is the excitement and the enthusiasm to go and place your ass on a train for 4 hours. What's your motive? What's the payoff? What are you getting out of this? And when you
yeah.
break it down, I can't really answer it apart from I want to. I just want to do it. But I know because I get intel. It's female
Yeah,
related.
yeah.
Female related.
Do you? So the lots has just come up for me. Lots and
Good.
lots.
Good.
So,
See, we're breaking it down. This is what I like. And get a word out of thin air, zest,
so the
and and
go on.
break it down and make it. Let's see where we go with this. Go on, go on.
So the first thing is Uh, I'm reading a lot of Stoic type stuff at the moment. So I haven't actually picked up Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, but I do have it by the side of my bed, and I have been sort of dipping into that sort of Stoic world of literature and sort of thinking. And I
And
was
is
reading.
Agatha Christie in the mix?
She's not in the mix now.
She should be.
I know you love Agatha Christie.
Keep going.
And uh, there was reading the other day about this piece where Marcus Aurelius is fighting with the demons in terms of trying to get out of bed and face the day.
Hang
And
on, who's this dude? A Roman?
Roman.
Was
So
he
we're
a
talking
general?
2,000 years ago. He was one of the leaders. Yeah, he was one of the leaders in Rome. I don't know enough. I haven't read enough yet about it
Did he
to
have a
actually.
sword
I'm sure he had a sword and one of those
and
little skirts and some sandals and a
yeah, gladiator boots?
yeah, yeah. But he's talking about this idea of like getting up and facing the day and finding the energy and the zest to get up and go. I'm enthusiastic about today. I'm going to go and meet it, and I'm going to go and do it.
He's like, fuck's sake, I've got to put this fucking armor on again.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to leave this really nice, cozy, warm bed, and I've got to get out and I've got to go and face the day
with my 12 women.
with my 12 women. The one that feeds me grapes, the one that
Yeah.
pours my wine. What?
I'm having my
Um,
toes rubbed,
yeah.
getting a calf massage.
And what I find fascinating about that is that's a human being who's thinking, because this book exists by accident, if you like. It's his journal. It's him writing out his ideas and his thoughts on a daily basis.
Is this legit?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
yeah? Okay.
And so, you know, and actually, there's loads and loads of wisdom in this book. There's loads of ideas about what it is to be human, what it is to lead a good life, and be stoic. And what I find fascinating about that is that I lay in bed this morning knowing full well that we were meeting. We had this Zoom meeting booked in for a certain time, and I needed to get out of bed and get online and have this meet and have this conversation with you. Now, I think I first woke up this morning at about 6 o'clock, and I sort of went, "Oh no, I'm not really feeling it. I'm gonna just go back to bed." And next time I sort of woke up, it was around 8 o'clock, and then from about 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, knowing that we were due to meet at 9:30, I'm thinking, "Oh, I could get up, I could do the washing up, I could have a shower, I could, I could get myself really ready, I could make myself a cup of tea, I could get myself really ready for this conversation." But I'm constantly lying in bed, battling with myself, going, "Why should I? Why should I get up now? It's really nice in bed. It's really warm, and I don't feel like I want to move. I just want to lie here and just sort of fester." And that sort of battle I can have quite regularly with myself. It's like, why should I get up? And there's
Yeah.
days.
Can I,
Go on.
sorry, keep going. Sorry, I think you're just gonna say what I was gonna ask you.
And
Go on,
there's
keep
and
going.
there's and there's days like, so like, there was days at the beginning of this week where I got up at 5 in the morning, and I took myself for a walk around the area. Just did a quick sort of half an hour walk. Got myself ready, and it's those days I've managed to get out of bed and I managed to make myself do things.
And and that's like Monday to Friday. So that's your working.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to ask you. Do
yeah.
you feel like that in a week? Right. Okay. Sorry.
So there can be days where, so by the time it got to Wednesday, my neck had gone again and my back, my shoulder was sore, and it was just like, so it's
Mhm.
Wednesday, the alarm went off at 5, and I was like, no, I snoozed all the way through to about 6:15 before
Yeah.
I got out of bed and went to work. And I know for a fact that if the motivation wasn't, I need to go to work, otherwise I'm going to get sacked because I'm just not turning up, I'm going AWOL,
Uh-huh.
uh, then I probably wouldn't have got out of bed. So there's days where the motivation it's really difficult to find that zest, to find that energy and enthusiasm to go, right, I'm throwing the duvet off and I'm going to go out and do this. And then the reason for that this week is because, as I said, my shoulder and my neck went really tight again and just went ping, and I've got this. It's not as bad as it has been, so I'm kind of keeping that in mind. But the pain is there, and it's nagging, and it's annoying, and it's constant, and it just feels like I was doing good stuff. I was doing stuff that was giving me energy. I was going for walks. I was doing stretching. I was trying to, I'm trying to sort my diet out. I'm trying to eat healthily. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I do all this stuff. And then it gets to a point where it's like, it's still not good enough. It's still not enough for me to live pain free and just get on with my life. And so then I get to this point on a Saturday morning where I'm like, I just can't be asked. I'm just going to lie here. I'm not going to do anything, and I'm not going to get up because what's the point? And that's what, when you started speaking about your person that you've been working with, it's that motivation. And I knew you were going to get to the point where it's a female, and I mean, there's it always feels like, for me, when I've really forced myself to do something, when I know it's for other people, it's for that romantic relationship, or it's for that, I know something is going to happen. So I have to get out of bed because I know I have to go to work.
It's a payoff.
Yeah. I have to clean the flat because I know someone's coming round. I have to go and do some exercise because I feel a bit better about myself, and I'm going to go meet someone and I'll feel a little bit more attractive. It's those payoffs that have given me the zest in the past. And at
Mm.
this moment in time and the journey that I'm on, it's trying to find that zest, that enthusiasm when you're doing it on your own. And,
Okay.
I find that, yeah, I find that so often we get lost. And when I say we, I'm meaning me again. I've done it so many times in my life where I'll get lost because I am doing this. I'm finding the zest because of someone else rather than I've got the zest because I am the one that's placing that within me. I'm the one
Mm,
that's giving myself that energy.
mm.
So yeah, that's all the stuff that came up for me whilst you were talking about that young maverick.
Okay. Do you know what I think you need?
A big pile of dung
And a motorbike.
and a motorbike.
Get a bike, man. No,
Get a bike.
I'm kind of half joking, half serious. I feel like, this midlife crisis thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're having one. I'm not saying I've had one or I'm having one, but there's this whole thing around it. So, like, I don't know what the average age of anyone that might be listening to this is, but let's just guess that there's some some people that are
Our
around about
average listener, we've
yeah.
got most listeners in Vietnam and they're actually 34. That's what the statistics are telling us.
Sharp. Really?
No.
Oh, I'm so gullible. And like so, let's just have a look at this, right? So why is it that there's this thing of like this I don't know if it's stigma, but there's this thing around you get to and for you ladies out there, it's no different. Us dudes, we're renowned to get the sports car, the motorbike, do something crazy, freaking start wearing skinny jeans. I don't know, you know what I mean.
No.
Um, whilst I'm there, right, I've been looking into. So I went into, I got fitted out in the dealer where I got acquired my bike from.
Right,
They
okay.
tried to kick me out. They tried to get me looking like Stig, and I weren't
Yeah.
having none of it. I was
No.
pushing back on everything. I was like, no, no, no. And I've only just found out, right? There's two ways of doing it. You either look fucking cool as fuck and
Mm,
probably run the risk that if you do slide, because it's not about broken bones, it's about sliding and losing skin, right?
yeah.
If you were to come off. But I'm not gonna be driving like a maniac. I ain't got to worry about that shit. I really haven't. I mean, of course, there's a calculated risk every time you put yourself on anything like that, or even driving around in a, I don't know, whatever, sort of skating or doing anything which is like an extreme mode of transport or sport, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a risk associated, and I've always lived with that my whole life. I've always done things that have got that, you know. So it's just it's the nature of the beast. Whether you're surfing, there's a risk to that. You
Yep.
know, is but am I going to live my life sheltered? And anyway, I'm in the getting out. I'm in the freaking dealers, and they're trying to fit me out and all this gear, and they're trying to put these skinny arse trousers on me with all the AAA padding, and
Mm-hmm.
they've got Kevlar in. I've got a pair. I've actually bought a pair.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got like this check shirt. It looks pretty freaking gangster, and it's got Kevlar in it. Everything's got Kevlar in it, which is
Okay.
stronger than steel apparently
Okay.
for its weight ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm covered. I really am covered. But they're skinny as oh man, they're pretty tight. And the reason they've got to be tight is because they won't really function if they're baggy.
Yep.
So I'm having to revisit that whole. So it's like that whole midlife crisis thing going on. It's like, am I actually having a midlife crisis? I'm not. But why is it? This is why I'm saying this. Why is it? This is what came up for me. What you said was, you know, do we need? Is there some sort of lack of stimuli, or sense of adventure? Do we reach a point in our lives where we become stagnant, where we've done so many different things in our lives, but none of it has got to a point where we feel content?
Yeah.
And we're searching. I'm a seeker. I always say this on it. I'm a seeker. That's what I meant by nomad, outlaw, pirate. I want to go on adventures. I want to seek out, experiences.
You want to sail the seven seas.
I want a boat. I do. I'd love to get a boat. You know, maybe I'll settle for a jet ski. Bad for the environment.
Are
Apparently,
they?
animal marine life don't like them. They're scared of them. Freak them out.
Okay.
Anyway, but my point is that what is it? Is there some sort of component in us? Maybe it's is there any science behind this? Backing up the like, is it possible that we reach a point in our lives where we feel like we're turning into a tortoise? And we don't want to feel like a tortoise, just in with a heavy shell on its back, and we're just poodling around, like literally slugging. If you watch a tortoise move around, it looks like it's, I don't know if it's either really zen and chilled, if it has any zest in its stride, but it kind of, or is it really slowly just trying to lug that fucking shell that's on its back? And its face might actually be an indicator that it is fucking struggling to pull that thing around. That heavy, heavy burden that's on its back that it's been carrying around all its life. It's quite a nice metaphor.
Mm,
I like that.
yeah.
So, do we feel like a tortoise when we get to a certain point in our lives, or have we always felt like that? For me, I I I know I relate to what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, and I can feel like that at times. And I'm not exempt from what you're describing, but more often than not, I don't feel like that. I have the zest, the zing, the zinger zinger, the orange peel, the lemon, the lime, the zest, the zip, the
Hmm.
juice, the fizz, the biz, the
You're
ring a
just
ting ting.
you're just freestyling now, aren't you?
Yeah. So, for me, getting a bike and just cruising around a bike, that gives me something to get out of bed and go, yes, I'm going riding today. Get my levers on, put my talc on. Is it the talc to get out of your levers or talc to get into them?
I've never done it, so I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm going to get you on a bike, mate. I'm
Okay.
going to start a chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to patch you up, mate. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going out. We're going to be outlaws. We're going to cruise up the country and we're gonna go into little towns and take them over, like seek out the town mayor
Yeah.
and sit him down and say, right, we want to hold you accountable. What shops you got on your high street? Sort it out. No more charity shops. Got enough coffee shops. We want more quality, more quantity now, and no parking. No paying for parking.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're paying for parking. It's another perk for getting a bike.
Do you not have to pay for parking?
Nah, just park it where you want, mate.
Okay.
Stick it, sling it on someone's drive, and then knock on their door. Says, "Oh, if I leave my bike here for like half hour, I'm just got to dive to the shops." But yeah, and for the ladies, is it possible too that there is something in us, biological, psychological, for all of us, men, women, don't matter, whatever, that we get to a point in our lives where we just feel like, what is the point getting out of bed in the morning? Is it biological? Is there something in us? Or are we just like the tortoise that's just carrying around a lot of shit and we're just slugging around? And of course, we've not got no zest because it's freaking hard work.
Yeah.
Like you were sharing what you were sharing, you're doing great that you're getting out of bed at 5 in the morning to go to work and doing all the things you're doing. But that's more than what I do, mate. God, I just get out of bed when I want. I've got that luxury. I've chosen that luxury, right? To get
see,
to,
see
to
that would worry me. Like I've thought about this before. If I was self-employed, I know I yeah, I would worry about myself what's the word? My ability to self motivate.
So like discipline,
Yeah,
self-discipline.
I would worry. It'd be like, oh, actually, I might just stay in bed today.
I think
Oh.
you just, yeah, yeah, I feel like you just, uh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just basing this on what you present.
there's times where I'm just like, yeah, I struggle to find that motivation. And I know it's in the past, it's because I've given that motivation, I've given that power to other people. It becomes about, if there isn't some sort of accountability because someone else is involved,
Mm.
then is it that I don't value myself enough to do it, just to do it for me? And you know, I've we all know those friends that we all know people that meet someone, and that's it. Like I've just met the love of my life. That's it, and they're gone. And it's like, oh, okay. So we were hanging out as friends and stuff, and now you've met someone, and
And you
you never
sit, yeah.
you don't see
So,
that mate again for, like, I don't know, 6 months, because they're in those throes of, like, the first time in being in love and being in a relationship.
and you see them a week later and they're wearing matching outfits.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's, oh yes, I've always been into knitting, and yeah, this is what we do together. It's always been
Yeah.
our thing. And it's like, oh,
It's
okay.
called it's called enmeshment.
Yeah, yeah, codependency. And I think it's about value, isn't it? It's about how you place value on yourself. And I know in the past it's whether, and I don't think it's just romantic relationships. I think it's platonic relationships as well. I think there's friendships I've had with quite strong personalities, men. We all know men that are quite alpha and are quite dominant in the way that they view the world. And I think it's very easy for me as well to someone's just go, oh, yeah, okay, they're doing their thing, and I'm just going to follow along, and I'm just going to be enthralled to that. So yeah, I know it's something that I have to be conscious of. I'm very good at throwing myself away. I'm very good at neglecting myself, and it's something like today. Uh, it's something I feel guilty about in a way as well, because it's like, why don't I want to get up and have this amazing zest for life? Why don't I have this amazing, you know, there's it's very easy to think, oh, there's all these other people have this incredible motivation for life, and they just, they're constantly doing things, and we live in a world where we only see, like, the highlight reel. We only see the best bits, so we just presume everyone else is doing it, and is doing it right. And that kind of any sort of lack of perfection for me, it's very easy for me then to just go, right, well, I'm not perfect, so I'm just going to give up for a period of time.
Yeah. Right. So you know what you shared with that you watched that program, I've forgotten what it's called, Milk,
Louder milk.
and it had the woman and she was sharing in a spoof um scenario scene, whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
on that episode that you said you saw where she was in a support group meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And what did she say?
She just said, it's like, she said, I'm just trying really hard to stay where I am. It's like I'm putting all this effort in, and actually I'm just standing still.
Okay, to stay where she where I am. What does she mean by that?
Just to not go backwards and fall off the recovery, and to not get too sort of ahead of herself in terms of being sort of constantly worrying about the future. So it's just, she's like, I'm putting all her energy into just being present, and
Okay,
not falling off the wagon as such. So
okay. So she felt, because this is common. I've heard it shared so many times by people I know that, people I just know and people that I've collaborated with and worked with and helped mentor. And when I was in my own journey of, learning, and I always say this, I still am in that, but it's a continuation. So I have to keep it fresh. I get complacent very quickly if I allow myself to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she sounded like. She was getting complacent. She was she was losing a sense of the job in hand. What's required, which is, it's life is it's a game. We always say that. It is a game. It's a fucking crazy game. It's a beautiful game. It's fucking hard, and it's
Mm.
scary, and it's bewildering, and it's complex, and it's multi-dimensional and multi-diverse in every way. In many ways we don't even yet comprehend or understand. There's so much more to life than we could ever. I believe we're just not evolved enough yet to even know half the stuff that's on offer. I think there's so much more. And maybe some of us tap into that, and go up a few levels, maybe some people are just on level one and that's where they're going to be for the rest of their lives. And they're just, you know, wandering around on level one and that's what makes them happy. Or maybe it doesn't make them happy, but that's where they're stuck.
Mm.
And then some people move up to level two because they don't want to be on level one anymore. So they go to level two and they progress. It's like new challenges. Oh, this is new. It all looks different on level two. And maybe they get to there and they can't advance anymore. And that's their lot, for good or bad. And then some other people go, yeah, level two complete, done number level one's all right, level two's good. Let's see what level three's all about. And they start to do level three. And some people just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. That's life. That's life, is it not? And
So where does that motivation go? Oh, so like you're saying, like, yeah, I want to keep moving up the levels. I want to keep challenging myself. And
we have to.
so what happens when we can't and we don't?
No, is no can't. There is no try. There is no can't. There is no won't. There's just do. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Do. Keep going because you can. We can. We are going against. We've got to go. I've got it tattooed on me. I think I've shared this before. I went to a tattoo parlor in King's Cross and saw a rather lovely Italian chap who tried to talk me into having a different font. He says, "Oh, what do you want that?" Well, he said it in Italiano, but he was like, "What do you want it? What do you want it in that font for?" In an Italian twang, and I went because that's what I want. Are you gonna be able to do it or not? And I had to battle for the font because what I'd done is I'd scratched in wood in my old desk at my old house
Right.
with a knife. I scratched it in against the stream,
Okay.
against the stream, because I was following at the time a very well known guy from Los Angeles, Venice Beach area, I do believe, Santa Monica, Dogtown vibes,
Right.
called Noah Levine or Noah Levine, however you want to say it. Dad's quite famous, well known in the meditation spiritual realms.
Uh-huh.
But no, and I've met Noah. I've been on his retreats. There was a time when yeah, I read his book, and then I went down a rabbit hole of all of what he was doing, and then I actually was lucky enough to meet him and his crew, and they're all like these heavily tattooed, fucking, they look like gangsters, man. But they're all straight edge. They're all in recovery. They're all sober. have been for years. You know, they're old school, man, and they're from the time of like proper original punk roots of LA.
Okay.
They're freaking fascinating guys, and they've got a movement, and it's called Against the Stream, and it's just epic. Bit controversial because you know they're all ex-punks and whatever, but you know the teachings always focus on the teachings, not the teacher. You know, and Noah's book called Dharma Punks.
Mm-hmm.
Really popular book, and it's quite an underground book. I don't know if you've heard of it, but I'm going to suggest you get it. I bought you the second book.
I was going to say, you've got, isn't that the one you got me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
have you got it there?
Yeah, it's literally sitting on my desk right in front of me.
Yeah, Revolution of the Heart.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm gonna put link in. I'm gonna write a link to this for these books because they're
Okay.
great. They're freaking great. All right, and I think everyone should read them. And when I did, that was a big part of my early recovery actually,
Mm-hmm.
because it just was attractive. You know, tattoos, ex-punks, LA, and they're now living this other life. Act two, act three.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Huge inspiration. So I went and got a knife, scratched on my desk against the stream, and I went down to King's Cross in London and went tattooed out on my chest. I go right there, look,
mm.
right, and and what that means to me, and what I got, my interpretation of what that teaching is, and what they were talking about the Dharma punk lot, the Against the Stream crew, was exactly that. It's like counterculture. Is this you at home, people? Do you feel like you don't fit into the mainstream? Does the mainstream work for you? Are you just like clocking in every day and clocking out and just feel like a piece of a moldy banana or other fruit? I'm not saying that's what you're doing, Ben.
No, but there's days when I do feel like the old
Exactly,
banana,
right?
like today.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, right. So I'm just calling a spade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So do you is this you at home, people? Do you just feel like you know you're getting up and you're just like unconsciously or even consciously unconsciously walking to your car, getting in it and then driving to you know, and then you just turn up and you're there, but you're not there, and you just get through, and then you leave, get in your car, and you drive back, and it's just like that whole sort of thing, right? You look mortified, Ben. No one can see Ben right now. Next season, we're going video, but
Mm.
uh, but if you can see Ben's face right now, I'm walking through this scenario, and he looks like he's there. He's there. He's right there right now. You look like you're actually there doing this right now, and
Okay.
and you're sort
I
of
thought I had a really good poker face, but quite clearly not. No.
and then you know it's that right. So do you struggle to be in that mainstream? And there's a saying, man. I've said it before, and I know I have. You know, only fish float down. No, only dead fish. Sorry, float downstream.
Mm.
Only dead fish float downstream. All the ones that have the zest and a little bit of swagger in their tail, in their fins, um, they swim against the stream. Apparently, but we'll stick with that as a metaphor.
Yeah, yeah.
But so against stream, you know, what does that actually mean? Because mainstream would tell us people that go against the stream are a problem,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
If you
it's
don't do things like everyone else,
yeah,
then that's bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I've always. I think I was born with against the stream tattooed on my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and then I manifested it and realized it later on
Mm-hmm.
and had it actually inked in because I've always you know, and I've documented my life in a book and, you know, all of that. And when I look at that, I don't need to look at it to know because I know it's been my experience. I've always gone against the stream. Always. I was always attracted to countercultures. Still am. That's why I'm getting a bike. Finally. I've always wanted to do it, never did it. Finally doing it. Yeah. The whole skateboarding scene, you know, just, you know, it's just the way that I see, it's the way I play the game. And this is why I feel quite free, liberated, got zest.
So there's when was the last when was the last time you felt unmotivated? When was the last time your energy levels felt low?
I get it every winter.
And is that a point where you go, right, I just want to stay, I just want to pull the duvet over my head and I don't want to move?
Yeah, and I do that. And
Okay.
I don't worry about it. I don't beat myself up. This bear needs to hibernate. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll just, I'll put on maybe a few more pounds as well
Mm-hmm.
because I'll eat different foods.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said this. If I lived in a warmer climate, I'd be healthier. I'd eat the same foods I eat all summer here. You know, I've just all it is I've got into this understanding, and I have been for quite a while. And a lot of it is just self-realization, self-awareness, self-realization, self-acceptance, self-acceptance. I think we
Mm.
covered it last episode. Of just it's okay to lie in bed for that extra hour. Now, fuck you lot.
As if, right, okay, you changed tone quite significantly there.
Fuck you lot. I'm not talking about anyone listening, unless you are those ones who go online and spout on about how we shouldn't be getting 8 hours and how we should be getting up at five and how we shouldn't. Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Okay.
All right? Be a cat.
Be a cat.
Be a cat. Sleep
Yeah.
2/3 of your life if you feel you need to. No, look, I'm being serious by saying fuck them lot. There's a lot of trend of like when you know there's these people presenting that they're fucking like these yogi spiritual like in, imperial fucking
Stormtroopers.
enigmas like they're these super beings, especially a lot of these dudes, a lot of males that are like, you know, strong body. They look like mental. They look mental with their big necks and their big bodies and their fucking little skinny jeans on. It's crazy. It just looks so peculiar and unusual and abnormal. It's not normal. To look, I get it. I want to be healthy, fit, and I am, and I want to be feel athletic, be
Hmm.
athletic, and I am. You know, core, have some nice core strength, be athletic, be toned, not be obese, be in shape. Yeah, look after myself, but I don't need to do it on steroids, metaphorically speaking. What am I lacking to do that overcompensation and overload? You know, when I look at myself in the mirror, why do I not feel good enough as I am, as God intended me to be? So I'm really riffing and going off on one. But what my point is that there's wrong information, misinformation, and there's all of these sort of gurus, these health gurus, or you know, there's so much content now that's reaching people with misinformation of like you're meant to do this and you should do that, and you know if you're not doing this, this will happen, and you know it's all just fear mongering bullshit. Just be intuitive. That's all you need to do. Dial into your intuition. That's it. Period. That's the only thing you need to really get in touch with and to really fine tune is your intuition. because your intuition will tell you what you feel you need to do. And if you need to lie in bed because you're fucking tired, do it. Listen to it and honor it. But then there's a fine line between that and I'm just fucking lazy because I've overate, or I've taken too many drugs, or I've drunk too much the night before.
Yeah.
But the intuition is 100% the thing that we should be building, like doing, like do that on steroids, not literally, but you know what I mean. I always use that as a metaphor. If you're gonna amplify anything and really bulk up anything, it should be 100% your intuition, because your intuition will tell you more accurately what we need to do, not some Herbert on the fucking internet bore off about I only need 4 hours sleep to be a spiritual warrior and have 20 million pounds in my account and 20 million followers. Bore off. I love a good rant. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think it's yeah, I think it's highly addictive, highly intoxicating, highly seductive is to watch other people's lives and only see the exterior, only see the shiny new stuff that looks good, that is all like, well, I want that.
We're obsessed. I'm going to say we, because I'm no different. We can get entangled in being obsessed with comparing our lives with other people's,
Yeah.
and then we feel inadequate, and then we feel like low self-esteem, low self-worth, and then we set up sabotage, and we go inward, and then we isolate, and then we become demotivated, uninspired, uninterested, and unenthusiastic about our lives. And that's why we get into this little depression state, and we think, what's the fucking point? And
Yeah, yeah,
then we just want to lie in bed or on the sofa, and we we unsubscribe from wanting to go up another level and then another level and explore all the different amazing levels that we could do. We just want to revert back to level one because it's easy.
yeah. And we don't see any of the internal dialogue. We don't see any of that. You know, what is my motivation? What is my energy? What is my enthusiasm for meeting this day? You know, how I'm going to meet it, and for why I want to do what I want to do. Um, and I think, you know, so rarely do people share honestly about why they think or feel or do what they actually do. You know, there's always comparison. There's always resentment, jealousy, whatever it is. It's like you know, I want that, but I'm not actually going to explore how they've got that, how they've got to that point. We will only see the end goal as opposed to the journey that's been to get there. And I've yeah to you know when you get that honesty, when you get those sort of stories of transformation, that's what I find really inspiring for me. I can, if I read someone's story about how they've battled with the demons inside and how they've actually, that internal struggle, where have they found that zest for life from? That is where I find uh solace. That's where I find, a truth, and
Mm.
it actually inspires me. And I'd much rather, think, I'd much rather see that sort of brutal honesty of like, actually, I don't, someone stands up and says, well, no, I don't get up at 4 every morning and go for run a marathon. It's like, actually, there's some weeks where I'll sit at home and I'll just eat chips,
Mm.
or I'll just watch, reruns of All I can think of is Chips now. Reruns. Oh, well, that was a good show, wasn't it? Is it a good show? I don't know.
I might have to start watching that, but I won't. I know I'm into the bike thing, but that that
Yeah,
that that wasn't.
that was one of my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that on a Saturday afternoon, watching Chips, eating chips.
Was it
Uh,
Puncharelli,
Puncharelli.
Puncharelli and John
Yeah,
something, wasn't it?
yeah. I
Down,
probably it
down,
probably
down,
wouldn't stand
down.
up now, but yeah, I think it's I think there needs to be more of that honesty in the world, which is why we're doing this. It's why we talk, and it's why we have those conversations about feelings and emotions and the internal dialogue that's going on, because it would be very easy for both of us to present a world where it's like, oh yeah, I've got a new bike and my life's fine, and I can zoom around on these beautiful country roads, like living my best life, and that's it. Rather than going, actually, there's a whole journey as to how I've got to this point.
Yeah,
Um, there's lots of demons I've faced, lots of battles I've had with monsters, and it's you know, I
I've
think
learnt it.
that's the interest. Yeah, that's the interesting bit about people, not
Mm,
not the shiny stuff,
mm.
not the end
Well,
product.
I'm not posting it on the internet like going, look at me on my like, I'm not doing that. I share my life with people close to me. And I might send them a picture, I might send them a little message or call them, have a chat or whatever, or go and see them. But, I don't, what's my motive? What's my motive for my existence
Hmm.
and my life? What's my purpose? What's my purpose? If you're struggling to feel like you've got zest in your life, it's time to really sit down and write down a plan, action plan to change your life. Because I'm going to say to you, Uncle Dave saying, you need to change your life. Have a look at what's going on. Make a list. Do a fucking, what do you call it? A PowerPoint if you have to. You know, discuss it with someone or just write, journal it yourself or talk to someone or talk to a professional, don't talk to professionals, just talk to a mate. Talk to a beloved, trusted person and say, look, I recognize I feel flat.
Mm.
I recognize I've lost my mojo. All right. This fucking lemon has got no juice left. Right. And, this banana was once ripe. It's just black mush. Whoa. And it's like, it always comes down to that. It's like it always comes down to the same thing, points to the same thing. Like getting real. Where am I at? Do I feel like I've got no zest, no enthusiasm, no energy? Energy. What does that even mean? No energy. You know, is it energy as in like my battery? You know, I've heard it said before that this everyone can relate to this, right? Our devices, whether it's a power drill, a vibrator, and whatever that is, I don't know. But like, or a phone, a mobile phone, or a tablet, or an electric egg whisk that could double up for something else.
Okay.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Electrical appliances that need and are only operable with power,
Hmm.
right? Or a motorbike with oil and petrol,
Hmm.
right? Or one of them snazzy electric cars that you need to plug in so that you can freaking stalk the roads in silence and freak people out unexpectedly, right? Whatever it is, we need to plug shit in. We need to plug up. We need to charge, power up. We need to do that. Otherwise, they won't work. What the fuck are we doing to do that?
Hmm.
What are we doing? How am I plugging myself in? What does that look like? How am I getting zest? How am I getting my zest? If zest was the fuel, the energy to my spring in my step and my my enthusiasm and my, if that's the energy, if that's the fuel to my being and my doing, where am I getting that from? Where am I getting it from?
Are you, yeah, are you stealing it from other people? No, and I don't mean, I mean, as in, are you taking that energy,
Hot spotting it off other
hot
people.
spotting it from other people? You're taking everyone else down with you,
That's a good analogy.
or are you using other people as the reason for why you do things because you don't have it yourself? And then how do you get to a point where you are able to generate that zest? Are you able to generate that enthusiasm and energy yourself for yourself? Like,
Mm,
why should I be enthusiastic about me? Why should I have energy for me? And you know what? Yeah, what do I value myself enough to do the things that will give me that energy and that enthusiasm? And also recognize there's days when that energy is low and it's okay.
yeah. I think sometimes you need to be in sleep mode,
Yeah.
airplane mode, or turn off
Mm.
completely. I know I do. It's vital for my well-being, for my longevity, for my health, my shelf life. You know, all everything unplugged, everything off, and just replenish, reset, rest, relax, snooze, have a nap, just
Restart.
restart, just shut my eyes. One of the things that I've learned to do in the modern age is just to close my eyes for a few moments, for a few minutes if possible, but a few moments whenever I feel I need to throughout the day. It's really beneficial. I've started doing it because the amount of strain that you have on your eyes because of phones, because of this, because of that, you know,
Hmm.
just to, I do it when I'm driving sometimes.
Not whilst you're driving.
Not whilst I'm driving.
Okay.
I've done it before. On many occasions, I used to do it when I used to drive for a living back in the
Hmm.
day. I used to be quite baked. I'd
Yeah.
probably just get in the back of the van and just have a snooze. But no, in all seriousness, it's just so that you can be safer on the road, is to pull over somewhere nice, preferably where there's no dog in action going on, because that could cause confusion. Um, and you just, yeah, just close your eyes for a bit, man, just to power up. That's part of what I'm saying. How are we powering up? How are we plugging in? How are we,
Mm.
where are we getting our zest from? Are we doing this? You know, are we resting enough, or are we trying to just keep up a false pretense of all these trends that we're being misguided with? That we've got to get through in 4 hours or 5 hours when we're meant to be waking up at freaking 2:30 in the morning when we've only gone to bed at like freaking 11 the night before. And I've got to do like all these fucking rituals, otherwise I won't, you know, be enlightened. It's crazy, man. That's where the intuition comes in, where, my intuition and my common sense would tell me I need to pull over and just rest my eyes for like literally just a couple of minutes and then carry on
Mm.
driving. If I'm on a long distance drive, or maybe I'm not on a long distance drive, but I still need to do it.
Yeah.
It's no different to like I need to drink water, you know, so I drink water. It's like that's the fuel. Yeah, protein. You know, there's all these different elements that we really need to put in ourselves, and there's some things that we don't need to put in ourselves. You know, I mean, if you are someone that's taking certain substances that aren't meant to be in the body, whether that's, you know, high grade sugar or high grade fucking whatever, you know, it's not meant to be in the body, and you're wondering why you're fatigued or you've got side effects. Well, go figure. It's fucking just a no brainer. And if you continue to do it and you want to continue to do it, fucking crack on. Keep doing it. Stay at level one or two or whatever, wherever you're at, because you're not really going to go any further in your journey if you're going to just be fueling up with that shit.
Mm.
Sugar's a big one, as you know, Mr. Rice.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Um, so how are we powering up? Where are we getting our zest from? Where are you going to get your zest from, Mr. Rice?
I think by giving myself something back today, I'm going to have a very restful day. I am going to close my
Yeah,
eyes for a couple of minutes and then
definitely.
see if I've powered up by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your job as well, man. You know,
Yeah.
my job's the same. I know. I have to give a lot of power to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to support other people. I have to prop them up. I have to prop up situations. Like I'm a scaffolding, not just me, but I'm part of scaffolding the infrastructure to support people.
Mm-hmm.
So I damn right need to unplug, switch off, fuel up, reset, rest, relax, and then plug in. You know, nature.
Yeah. Nature, sunshine.
Nature's a really beautiful, beautiful ingredient. Are you getting enough of that?
Am I getting enough of
Well, just in general, people.
that? You throwing it out there, or is
Yeah.
that
Are we get?
specific to me?
Yeah. Are we getting enough nature?
Are we out there hugging some trees,
Yeah.
getting some sunshine?
Nice walk along a beach. Nice walk in the woods. Nice walk across the field. Breathe it in.
Yeah.
Breathe in the life force. Get some zest under your vest. Get in nestling. Get in the nest.
Oh no. The zesty vest.
Zest nest is best. Leave the rest.
Oh dear. I think we may have reached the point of the end.
Yeah, I think so. It's a nice way to slowly, gently give
Yeah.
up. Right, okay, well, what do you reckon? How do we get on with that one? I don't know, but anyone that's listening, if you're still with us, please do give us a little bit of give us some kudos, man. Share it. If you feel like someone needs to hear this, let them have it. If you like it, then like it. You know what to do. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to say.
Great. Okay. What are you up to for the rest of the day? Anything exciting?
I've got a friend who has got a friend down, and they're going up the coast to. There's some sort of wakeboarding thing going on.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go up there. It's not until later this afternoon. Or it's on today, but they're not up there till later. So I'm gonna cruise up along the coastal highway. I've got all chips, and I.
Mm-hmm.
um, in my car, not my bike. God, that'd be beautiful. If I had the bike, I'd be so cruising up on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go there. Yes, it'd be lovely. Be nice. Be outdoors. Lots of sea air. I mean, this is look. You know, look. I used to live up near you, Mr. Rice. I had a zest deficiency. I moved to the coast. I'm fucking jacked, man. It's like I've got zest, like like
Zest overload.
I wouldn't say overload, but yeah, you know, like even Rupert, I've noticed it in him. He can't scrape his ass off the floor outside when it's
Yeah.
some. He's so his element here. It's like the sea air, man. It just wipes you out.
Yeah.
You know, when you go on holiday, you go to the coast,
Mm-hmm.
wherever it is. There's something about it. It's not just because you're going away and you're just somewhere new, but it's the sea air. It's the coastal. It's that wind on your face and the sea air, salty sea air. It's just there's something really pure about it.
Mm.
And apparently, I heard someone say it just the other day, or was it you that said it? I can't remember. Someone said it. That apparently, if you go for a walk in the woods, it's really pure. It's really purifying. It's really good for you.
Okay.
But if you go by the coast, it's like amplified by gazillion
Okay.
because of the what I'm saying. That sea salt. There's something about the salt.
Right. So power up by walking in the woods and then going and walking by the sea.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe go on a little trip.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
I don't know. That's what I used to do when I was living up near you, inland, near the Death Star. Because that's the problem you've got. You're right near the Death Star.
Get stuck.
So there's some pollution there.
Tractor beam.
Yeah. And what I used to do, I intuitively, because I was would go to the coast.
Okay.
2 hour drive up Suffolk, Norfolk, whatever, or down the south coast. But I'd go to the coast always when I felt like I needed to get away, get out.
Mm.
And then I eventually moved there. So something in it, something in it.
Okay. More words of wisdom. Thank you, Mr. Noble.
Anyway, are you going to sign us out? This is the last one. Can you do some grand speech?
Some grand speech about the fact that we have done 52 episodes. We've been through the alphabet twice, and we now have 52 different episodes of emotions for all you lovely people to listen to and explore, and hopefully
Yeah.
use as a resource to find that zest in life.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
That's why we have the titles on there. It's just so you can cherry pick. Oh, where am I at? What do I need to hear? And then you press play, have a listen, and hopefully you get something from it.
Yeah.
Just a couple of takeaways, or even if it's one, or it might be for someone else. But hey ho. But yeah, onwards and upwards, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep trucking.
Let's keep trucking.
So see y'all.
See you later. Take care of yourself.
See you later, Miss Rice.
Bye.